Martina Hingis, other than the serve and the overhead, I mean, what great technique. It's just right there. High, low, high, inside out. I mean, grip, swing, body. Short, compact motion, rack on the same side of the body, long hitting zone, on balance after the hit. Martina on the serve. She has the stance, but what she does is she sets the hand. In a throwing motion, it's the shoulder going forward first. The opposite and equal reaction is the elbow bending. But watch in slow motion how she sets the hand. So she can't generate racket hit speed. Hands are together, but it's certainly a down motion, not enough body rotation. Right arm is straight. She fans the racket, and then she sets the hand. She has a high toss. So again, it's biomechanics. It's physics why she could not generate speed on her serve. Ball's left the screen, but the racket doesn't leave the screen. By the time she hits, the left side opens up, and she collapses at the waist. Okay, Richard Krajicek, Wimbledon champion. What a serve. Look at the stance. It's all there, front foot at 45, back foot parallel to the baseline. She's going to get knee rotation, therefore hip rotation. Left arm's parallel to the baseline, low toss out in front as the throwing motion. Racket turns out, pronates. Look how he can just automatically just move forward, because he doesn't end up off balance. You program your swing, and then what you do is you toss your swing. Let's look at a serve one more time. So what we mean by the power line is the lower body, upper body, arm, and racket are up. He's going to be at a 45-degree angle two different ways. From his nose to his toes, he's going to be at a 45-degree angle. But his lower body, upper body, arm, and racket going in are at a 45-degree angle, lined up to the net post to the right. See how his legs are straight at the hit. He stops the left side. He's sideways at the hit. You can see how the body's at a 45-degree angle. And once again, you can see the power line. What's at the end of the power line is the contact point, the ball. Great, great serve. Keeps his eyes up at the hit. Tim Henman. Backhand return. Let's see if we can show you his impact point. Remember, chips are for parties. We hear all the time that pros slice the backhand, they chip and charge. Watch the racket at the impact point. Body's going forward. Racket face is vertical. He's sideways. Let's look at it one more time. To come back to this on Henman, you'll see how the body's sideways and he separates his arms. The left arm goes back, action, reaction, helps the right arm go faster. And you counter speed with speed. He ends up taking his racket like a wall to the ball. Henman off the backhand side. Beautiful backhand. And again, you'll see so many comparisons from one to the next. Similarity to Tommy Haas's backhand. He didn't get enough out of his legs, but look how he just lifts ATA, air the armpit. The racket goes up like the hood of a car. The shape of the swing matches the shape of the court. Tennis is a game of hitting straight line shots. The court runs north and south. You swing in the direction of your target. Hand-to-hand forms a line, sideways, on balance. Todd Martin, great player. Welby Van Horn used to sing his praises. Said if you're going to copy someone, copy Todd Martin because he can do it all over the court. Just looking at his forehand, but keep in mind, you want to just draw the comparisons between how we're showing you to teach basics and then what the top pros do. Racket face is going to be closed, the elbow's raised. It's an open stance forehand, but his upper body's not open. Keeps his eyes down, swings away from his body. Long, long hitting zone, fixed wrist. Looks over his shoulder. Let's look at that one more time. All right, Todd Martin, one more time. He's turned. Started with his left hand on the racket. Left arm goes out. It's like he's taking that right palm and pushing it down. Dribbling a basketball. Swings away from his body. Gets the racket in the slot. Swings inside out. Wrist is fixed. Elbows bent. Hands are very, very close together. So we teach young kids to go hand to hand. And it's very interesting. You watch Roger Federer when he warms up. Even he's on a practice court, he hits hand to hand. That doesn't mean he does it all the time in match play. But we'll show you Roger Federer as well. You see so many similarities between players like Todd Martin and Roger Federer. But look how close the hands are together. Max Mirny on the return of serve. One thing that we often hear is chip and charge. But when we watch the racket face at the hit, he's now really chipping. Close to the baseline, makes a split step. Racket face is open. Watch where the racket face is at the hit. Way out away from his body. Racket face is flat. Then when we see the racket pull down, he's sideways. We feel that the pros are chipping, chopping, hitting downward. Let's look at that one more time. So again, he's close to the baseline. Sets the racket. Left elbow's up. Cradling throw to the racket. Now the pros will add a segment for racket head speed. His arm is slightly bent, but look how far he is away from his body, and at the hit, the racket face is vertical. Then after the hit, the racket face goes down. So we want to teach what's happening, not what's happened. So on the return of serve, you'll see Max Mirny, it's like a volley with an added follow-through. His toss goes up. At the impact point, he makes a split step or close to it. Short swing, similar to a volley with an added follow-through, way away from his body, has a power line. Let's look at that again. So the palm guidance system, it's just like he's taking his palm to the ball. We use the expression, take the wall to the ball. You want your racket face to be aligned like a wall, and you go forward. You counter speed with speed. He's not blocking the return. The racket's going to go way out, but look where he is as far as away from his body, racket face vertical, power line, and then he adds the follow-through. He adds racket head speed. Max Mirny on the serve. The better the player, the simpler the system. Weight's forward, now he brings the weight back, you can see the stance. The hands are together. He's going to have a low toss way out in front. He's going to have the power line. The palm is down. The racket goes between his elbow and his head. Brings the back foot to the instep. Tosses way in the court. And there's the power line. You see how the racket turns out, makes a letter X. Mirny serve again. Watch how the front knee turns. And again, the knees initiate the kinetic chain. So he loaded on his back knee. He has knee rotation, hip rotation. Look how much shoulder rotation he has. Racket's in the salute position. Comes in. He's going to have the comb the hair action. Comes around like he's talking on the telephone. And extends. The body and racket go up. Okay, Moya, another former #1 player in the world. Mom and dad. All right, the hairstyle, the headband, the sleeveless shirt. That's what kids copy. We want kids to copy the ready position. You can see where he has the curl in the wrist, the right wrist. The elbow's bent, the racket's centered, the racket's in a neutral position. His left hand is on a Eastern forehand grip. Let's watch him hit a couple backhands. Okay, it's a good split step. Just off the return to serve. That's what we call a tabletop return. It's like a volley with an added follow through. The racket's going right across the ironing board. So he doesn't give up territory. Tennis is a territorial game. Great shoulder rotation. Now watch. Racket goes out to the target. Looks so much like Agassi's backhand. Great backhand.